everyone, my name is Shalima and welcome back to my another session of learning English and improving your English speaking skills with me. So first of all, I would like to thanks to all of you because this milestone wouldn't have been possible without your love and support. Every step of this journey has been because of you guys. So thanks a lot once again for becoming 50k family, and let's keep growing and learning together. So thank you so much. Now, how do you train your brain and your mouth to be able to think and speak faster? You see, if your brain takes longer to process thoughts, it can be harder for you to formulate your responses in real time, causing you to speak slower. This can be really frustrating when you are trying to keep up with others. The exercise that I am going to share with you in this video have not only helped me achieve faster rates of speech and for me to be able to process my thoughts quicker, but it's also helped thousands of my students transform their ability to think and speak faster while maintaining clarity. So the first one we will address in this video: how do I speak faster to speak faster? And I have got 3 thoughts on this. The first thing is you have got to improve the mechanics. You have got to improve the hardware. You have got to improve your ability to speak faster, which means that you need to be able to learn tongue twisters and you need to be able to do tongue twisters. Tongue twisters are beautiful because they help improve your articulation. And as you improve your articulation, you will be able to speak faster because you all start to develop the muscles strength in your lips, in your tongue. You will start to learn the efficient movement you need to make within your mouth to be able to speak more quickly. And the way you do this, what you have to do is you just go to the Google or the ChatGPT, wherever you like, to find the top 50 tongue twisters, and then what you want to do is read one tongue twister 5 times. Okay, so you don't just read one tongue twister once, you read it 5 times, but each times you read it in 5 times. Okay, you get faster and faster and faster and faster, and again what you are training yourself to do there is not just to speak more quickly without clarity. Tongue twisters are built in a way where it kind of trips you go, right? So if you try to read it too quickly before you have to good articulation, go and you won't be able to read it again. What that does, it enhances your articulation ability while you are building the ability to speak faster. What does that mean? It means that you can speak more quickly while having complete clarity. And you will notice, this is some people, myself as an example, I can speak pretty quickly with great articulation, and as a result of me being able to do that, even though I speak quickly, you can still understand me, right? And whereas for a lot of people, when they speak really quickly, all of a sudden now you can't understand what they are really saying, because write that, and again that's on OV exaggerated example of what happens to people. But it basically that's what happens, and then it just sounds like they are mumbling, not throwing shade at mumble rap. But there are times when I listen to mumble rap and I have no idea what that person's saying. Don't get me wrong guys, because the mumble rap it's catchy, but I'm just saying you saying lifestyle, just mumble, and then they said one word, and again it's because the articulation in those moments it's really poor. Now the second thing that I would recommend is I would recommend you look for 300 words story, grab the 300 word story, start reading it and stop at the 1 minute mark. All right, so you just go get a timer. You have got the timer, you press start on the timer, and then you just read the story. All right, and then once it gets to 1 minute, stop and then mark in the story where you have stopped and how many words you were able to read. Now once you have done this, okay, this you will essentially get your average rate of speech per minute. So the first time you read it, you go, oh wow, I got to about 100 words per minute. Cool, great. No worries, that's okay. That's just where you currently are now. The next time you do this, I want you to start adding an extra 10 words to that average speaking rate. So you want to get, to get 110 words. So read a little bit faster. And then the next time you do it, start your timer and then now read with a little bit more speed. And then you will do it. And you go, oh wow, I got to 120 words per minute, great. And then the next time you do it again, try to get 140 words, 150 words, 160 words. And this is how you can intentionally practice rate of speech, and you can literally measure your progress. And if you find yourself, oh, I'm still struggling, I can't get past 120 words, then now I want you to sit and reflect what's stopping you from being able to do that. And you might find that, oh, I find that my mouth can't keep up. Okay, back to the tongue twister activities. So start with that, and that's the second activity. And I want you to try now the third one. The third thing is breath control. The most common problem is when you have poor breath. Okay, poor breath. Control the key area that people suffer in that cause. Okay, to speak more slowly, and it's that they are expending too much breath per word. So if I am too breathy, I speak, it forces me to slow down because I have to take more breaths when I speak, right? And then I'll give you an example. I'm just using a lot of breath per word, and I can go it. Hi everyone, I just want to be able to share with you a few thoughts. I have noticed that how I am breathing. You want to control the amount of breath that's escaping your mouth, and psychologically you want to think to yourself, and I want to let the breath ease out of me, not just be pushed out of me. Okay, so I want to be able to control the breath, okay, that comes out. Here the cool thing that happens, because if I take a deep breath, now if I really control the amount of breath that's coming out, and I support each word with just the right amount of breath that comes out of my mouth, and I'm able to speak for an extended period of time without taking a breath. Okay, like I can just, for an example, keep going with this. Okay, this is just one breath that I have just taken before, and I can still go with this breath, and that's you being efficient with your B breath. Control one of them. Okay, you should practice. If you want to get really good at breath control, is just taking a deep breath and making an S sound. So you take a deep breath, you can make an S sound until you run out of air, and you will just go like this, and you go for as long as you possibly can. That's mimicking good breath. Okay, now support that's mimicking also the right amount of air you want to expel while you are speaking, and you want to start to develop that sensitivity to all right. So that's the amount of air I want to be expelling. Not hi everyone, great to see you, and then you are out already, right? Because you are pushing the air out the more advanced, right? So I want to add one here for you as well, is you can just also practice counting in the same way. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Notice what I am doing here. I am giving every single number the exact amount of breath, and I am energizing every single number that I count with the exact amount of energy. Whereas the biggest mistake the most people make is this, is what they do. They start really breathy and they are trying to continue to count or speak, and then they start to strain their voice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then all of a sudden you get that croaky voice. At the end of that, it's called vocal fry. Vocal fry. Okay. Now if you notice it again, it's invisible until you see it. But now that you see it, you can't unsee it. But the thing that Win does really well is I energize every single word in the sentence, including the last, and you practice this as well. Okay, it allows you to speak more quickly, but do so in a way that's efficient, that's influential and engaging. I hope you are enjoying the second part of the question. Okay, and it's how can I think more quickly. Now this is the loaded one too, because there are so many different ways in which you can think more quickly, but I'll give you my top 3 thoughts. The first overall thought that I want to share with you is this: see to understand, not memorize your area of expertise. For a lot of you are in a professional settings and you are going someone, it takes me a long time to formulate my answer, and then all of a sudden it seems like I don't know what I'm talking about, and oh damn, it makes me decrease my credibility and I feel glam. And this is a question people often ask me: how can I think quicker on this particular area? Okay, it's from people who are fairly new to an area of expertise. So they are fairly new to a job, or they are fairly new to this language, they are new to an industry, or they are new to the job. When you fully understand something, you are not having to go wait, what was the answer for this again, wait. You don't have to go into the part of your brain, okay, where it's memory retrieval, right? So if you want to become quicker at being able to answer people, you need a deeper understanding of that topic, and you can achieve that by getting 3 books on the topic. So go deeper. If you should go and grab 5 books, understand more about developments. Okay, I'd like to share the second thing that you need to learn is frameworks. Guys, frameworks on how to communicate your areas of expertise, framework on how to communicate complex things, and the most important framework you can learn is the 321 framework. Yes, the 321 framework is really simple. 3 steps to 2 types. The one thing, so when someone asks you a question, think in that framework. You could either pick, there are 3 steps to whatever you just asked me. There are 2 types of whatever you just asked me, or the one thing about what you just asked me is, I will give you an example. Okay, this happens to me often because people sometimes will see me, they don't know who I am. So sometimes, okay, not every time, so they go and they just ask to see me, and that's my goodness. And I always love these interactions because they are beautiful. And then people always ask me a question, a loaded question. They go, then what should I do with my communication skills? What should I do to improve my communication skills? Okay, and that's a loaded question, because there are so many things that you can do to improve your communication skills. But yes, they are just asking me what should I do then to improve the way I communicate. And then I have got the framework, right? So I have got, there are 3 steps to improving your communication skills. There are 2 types, okay, there are 2 ways to be able to improve your communication skills. Or the one thing, in that particular example, I just would immediately go to the one thing, all right, because instead of my brain going, oh my god, there is so many things that you can do to improve, and what do I do? I talk about breath. Okay, I talk about breath. What do I work on? Now I just talk about articulation and the importance of that. Do I talk about tonality? Do I talk about vocal? I talk about body language? Do I talk about active your brains going to go crazy? So even though I have depth of knowledge, so if I don't have this framework, my brain will just melt down. So instead of allowing the brain so go through a meltdown, I just pick one of the three in that framework. So again, I am just going to pick the one thing. So say that the person, hey, the one thing you should focus on as you being your journey. So it's self-awareness, and you need to be able to because more aware of what your non-functional behaviors are. So all I would get you to do is record a video of yourself and watch yourself back. Okay, start. Then there I was able to answer that question in a moment with a depth and clarity. So also in a way that is simple and coherent, and then if the person wants okay more, they can ask follow-up questions, whereas a lot of people where a lot of time experts feel they have to give the other person everything. No, because if you give them everything, you overwhelm them. No, the goal is to able to use the 121 framework to answer the questions, and often you go with that one thing because that's very powerful, and then if they want more, they'll ask for it. And then the final thing I would say that's going to be able to help you to think faster and reduce the level of anxiety and stress, because when you are anxious, you are stressed, it impairs your ability to think clearly, and you are going into a situation, and that's going to cause you to be stressed and also going to cause you to feel a lot of anxiety. And then make sure you prepare, because before you go into the part of that prep work, and it's breathing. And I know every time I say this to people, go my good breathing. Breathing is so lame. No, you are alive because of breathing, right? I hope you like this lesson, and I hope this lesson helps you a lot. All right, and guys, one more thing I would like to share you here, that I have started my 30 days spoken English series, where I have uploaded 4 videos, day 1, day 2, day 3 and day 4 videos. So if you haven't seen till now, you can go on my channel and watch these videos if you are a beginner, if you want to improve your English. All right, so that video is only for you guys. And if you want to take my another video on the breathing, so please do comment me. All right guys, and if you like the video, so please give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching. Bye bye, take care.